I wanted to talk about here the International World Day of Mathematics. So I'm just going to share my screen. I guess we just want to talk about how we can use creativity and this connection to art in mathematics, and how this might be incorporated when teachers are using the AC Primary Maths assessment books.
So wherever possible, we've included images in our books, particularly book A. It's important for students to have that visual learning, and you can see there on that page, the subitizing, just the image of, say, the number 5 and what it can look like for students. So they've got the visual and then they can relate it down the track. So really starting off with the basics and building on those so that they can visualize even an odd number as opposed to an even number. How does that look? So we have tried to include creativity in our books with our images.
Yes, and talking about creativity, how could a teacher use these assessment pages like this subitizing one in a creative way, something that's a bit different to just a handwritten assessment?
So most teachers would have access in their classroom to aids, some visual aids. So things like counters, a student could count out, say, number 4 and visualize that as opposed to number 5, an odd number and an even number. So counters, icy pole sticks, I think, are still used.
Yes.
MAB blocks, the wooden blocks for place value, number lines. There's so many different resources for teachers to build on from these assessment books. And number lines are always fantastic, like on this page with fractions. They're really useful for counting fractions, you name it, addition, subtraction. Number lines are fantastic, good visual.
And I think when we're talking about mathematics, it's obviously a topic that we really need to get kids engaged and excited in. So anything that's multisensory or can get them really visualizing these more advanced topics, I think is really integral to their learning.
That's right. Even in the junior classes, Play-Doh or something that they can cut and is visual and tangible in their hands, they can see it, touch it, and it helps them move on. And shapes as well. Yeah.
Yes. And talking about shapes, that's a good segue. I wanted to bring up as well, in book C, this is the geometric pattern section, which is related like directly from a curriculum outcome. But at the same point, if teachers want to be creative, for example, they could have students making art out of tessellating patterns, for example, and just really extending this artwork beyond the page.
That's right. And we tried to be as diverse as we could. We've included some First Nation images on our pages as well, which is great. So we have the creativity and the diversity in those to be inclusive.
Yes, perfect. Well, thank you so much.